We're heading into the first day of the choreography workshopping for cats. How do you leap into an iconic piece of theatre, honouring what the audience want from it, but also coming at it anew? Like, how do you begin creating a production that feels like it honours the audiences of now in the way the original production honoured its audiences of then? There's an undeniable pressure, you know, when you're approaching something as iconic as Cats. I think particularly as a choreographer who was so influenced and so sort of impacted by the brilliance of the original. I guess the fear is always that you're not going to find anything new to say. And so that's what this is about, is just sort of creating an environment where we can actually start asking some questions and seeing what we can discover, really. We're going to actually spend the first bit of time sort of working out, like, what are the rules of being a cat? Like, how does that affect our body? How does it affect our physicality? And I want to start thinking about how we inhabit that movement. So what I'd like you to start doing now is following each other. You do it identically all together. It can be just, if you find a person, you can start in unison, moving as one. See if you can copy each other immaculately. And then as you fold, it might be that then we pass through and you find yourself into a different place in the moon. Does that make sense? And so thinking about how we create an architecture and a landscape that feels feline and physical and interconnected, but basically moving as one. And now as a group, I want you to turn your back on Pouncible. And now Pouncible staying where they are, we're going to slowly turn our back on him. Come to a place of stillness. And one at a time, we're each going to say sorry to him in your different way. So the group one people, let's start off with you. You're going to step on the left leg, and you're basically going to, Patricia, if you can be being you, you're going to step across on your left leg and you're going to reach that way. And I'm going to get you. Boom, boom, ha. That's it. I think this is just an elegant upper thing to there, and then boom, then into the back bend. The gift of this company, and also the challenge of this company, is that they're all such unique creatures. Do that, but think about a second leg coming over more, so that where the big shablam moment is actually already crossed rather than there. Basically will be a moment where you all clock each other, and the question is who will survive the night. So the moon is full by this point, and ultimately every cat has to survive in order to be considered, I think is what it is. So our cult leader, Deuteronomy, arrives, and basically at their arrival it sends our bodies into like a complete, it's almost like at that point our eyes just start glowing, and anything that remained of humanity has sort of gone from us, and out comes like the beast. Ta, ta, ba, da, da, right, left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ta, ta, ta. From here, you're basically in that position, and then you're basically going small with your elbow, boom, boom. Oh, no, it's not that, sorry. This hand comes backwards. So this is little malfunctions, ha, ha, ha. And as you're doing that, you'll scratch, scratch, scratch. And let's try and get our hands to our claws into there, boom. And let's try and make these like not first position, it's closer, and like a little visor. Yeah. So yeah. Ba 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 doo 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 ba 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 dee da da da, yeah. Vroom, 5, 6, 7, and swipe, scratch. Here we go. Da 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 dee da 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 ta 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 da 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 dee da ha ha he da ya da ha ha ha. Well, it's really quick. Unless it's half time. Yeah. It'd be like a Excellent, well done everybody, good job. Good job. All right, before, at the beginning of the day, I felt the responsibility was going to lie very heavily on me choreographically to find a vocabulary that suited everybody. But actually, I've, you know, I guess one of the things that's been really lovely about today is realizing that actually isn't going to be as big of a task as I perhaps thought it was, because ultimately they're, you know, great dancers are united through the pursuit of perfection, and that ultimately they are able to move as one, as long as they're sort of being authentic. So I think that was obviously one of the great lessons of today, and I think that, you know, ultimately, as basic as this sounds, I think there's just a great sense of relief of starting. This is such a huge, it's such a huge task, and one that I care so deeply about. That ultimately, until you start, the cliff just seems to get taller and taller. But you know, you've just got to keep. And of course, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? The more you do, the more you know you need to do, and the detail and all of that. And you know, no musical is ever finished. You know, it just reaches its moment to be welcoming the audience, and so we're just going to do as much as we can, respect it as much as we can. And so you know, it's a great relief really to have started and to see this group. You know, this is only a small part of the wider group. You know, this is like just 8 of them. We've got such a big company. So yeah, it's utterly thrilling and amazing to when you see them move the first time and you go, yeah, we got it right.